But I don't want comfort. I want God. I want poetry. I want real danger. I want freedom. I want goodness. I want sin. Later on in the book, Brave New World, just a few lines down, John Savage says, I want the right to be unhappy. In another quote in the book, goes like this: the savage nodded, frowning. You got rid of them, yes. That's just like you, getting rid of everything unpleasant instead of learning to put up with it. Whether 'tis better in our mind to suffer the slings and arrows or outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. But you don't do either. Neither suffer nor oppose. You just abolish the slings and arrows. It's too easy. What you need, the savage went on, is something with tears for a change. Nothing costs enough. And I read Brave New World for the first time this past month. I had read 1984, I've read Animal Farm, I have read Fahrenheit 451, and I love those books. But this one stuck out to me in a way the others didn't. In Brave New World, we see a world that is full of hedonistic desires where every single thing you could ever want is right here, right now, whenever. Feel sad, take a soma, take a drug to feel and throw away the pain, instead of feeling it. What one of the main characters, John Savage, sees is that taking soma, participating in the other activities of that society, that doesn't make you happy. It numbs you. You can't, to the point where the people in the book cannot even imagine feeling pain, feeling sorrow, feeling sad for one another. In the pursuit of wanting to be a better human being one of the greats, and learning from the greats, you have to be able to experience the fullness of humanity, not just the good, but also the bad. That is why the first quote that I started the book with begins with I want God and ends with I want sin. In the book, to be fully human, you have to gaze towards heaven and its beauty, but you also live in a world full of evil and hurt and pain, and it's okay. It's okay to learn and to feel the pain and not wallow in it, but be okay with it. We live in a society where we can have whatever we want right now whenever we want it. Even right now, I am supposed to be working on a college assignment. Instead, I'm making a video. I'm distracting myself. Before I started making this video, I was just scrolling on Instagram. I was watching YouTube. And those aren't necessarily bad things, but they were distracting me from hunkering down and doing my work. Even before that, I was a member of the manga community, a community that is literally centered on buying, selling, and showing off your collections. I participated in that. I showed off my amazing collection, and it still is amazing. And I showed off the comics I was getting, the vinyls I was getting, the books, the movies, the DVDs, whatever. And what I was doing was, instead of feeling hurt or anxious or depressed or whatever, I would go buy a book a vinyl, a DVD, CD, whatever. And I think so many people these days do that as well. And I don't think that's good. It's only temporary. It'll never last. And instead, you'll just be back to where you were in the same spot until you go buy another thing, and then you get a little bit happier or whatever, but it doesn't really impact at all how you were feeling before. This past year, I've taken more and more time to look up at the sky, see the rich hue of blue that it has, the clouds in their amazing shape, the birds that fly, the green grass that is around me. And while that doesn't alleviate the pain in any way, shape, or form, or whatever I may be feeling in that moment, but it's different. It's very noticeably different than scrolling on my phone. And our society wants us to throw away the slings and arrows of trouble, of pain and sorrow. And a lot of the times we do that. And instead of finding real joy and real happiness, it's hollow and temporary. We had a whole political campaign that focused on joy and the joy that this candidate would bring to America. And I'm not meaning to be political in any way, shape, or form, but I do not see that putting all of our joy into a candidate, our eternal, our permanent happiness, our joy in any candidate is a good thing. I don't see that. And because of how our world is today and how divided it is, it just can't be good. And I think it just shows just how much our society wants to feel joy, but it keeps going towards the wrong things. It keeps going towards politicians who say great things that sound good to us, but may not actually be good. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but just politicians in general. We go to our phones because we want to feel a little bit of joy and to let it distract us from the here and now. We purchase and we have hobbies that drain us financially, but for that hour or two that you had when you first got it, you felt all right. You felt nice and happy until it wears off. Until the shiny new thing that you got is no longer shiny and new. I don't really have much else to say, but really take a look at where you're distracting yourself, and think, is it actually really helping you through your pain, through your hurt, through your anxiety? Because I don't know if it is. Well, I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. That's what, YouTube says you should do. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.